Have you ever caught yourself being drawn to someone and you have no idea why? They're not your type. They don't look like the person you imagined you'd fall for. Maybe they're not even particularly kind. But still, there's something there. What if I told you the real reasons we're attracted to people have less to do with looks and more to do with how they signal who they are and how they make us feel? In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 unexpected psychological triggers that shape our attraction, ones you've probably experienced without ever noticing. And by the end of this video, you may see both yourself and the people around you very differently. Let me tell you about Julia. She's on a first date. The guy is nice, kind eyes, polite, well-dressed, but the energy, flat. Until he makes one subtle, sarcastic comment about the dessert menu, something completely random. She bursts out laughing, so does he. That moment changed everything. Why? Because humor is more than entertainment. It's a shared language, a way of saying, I see the world a little differently, too. Research shows that people who use humor, especially self-deprecating humor, are seen as more attractive and more likely to be long-term partner material. Humor suggests emotional intelligence, resilience, and most of all, safety. Now here's the twist. When someone laughs at your joke, you don't just feel funny, you feel understood, and that feeling of being seen without explanation is rare and addictive. It's not about being a comedian, it's about creating a moment that says, life is messy, but we can laugh in it together. And in a world that often feels overwhelming, that is magnetic. So if humor is how we break the ice, the next trait is what makes us stay. It's something ancient, something that predates even language. It's how we shared values before we had words for them. Let's go back to Julia. Second date. They're walking through the city. He starts telling a story, one that doesn't flatter him, about a job he lost, a risk he took, and how it changed him. She listens. No interruptions, just breath and footsteps. Something shifts. Why? Because storytelling isn't just entertainment, it's identity. It tells us how a person processes pain, how they remember joy, what they value, what they regret, and what they hope for. For women especially, research shows that storytelling is seen as a signal of long-term potential. It speaks of confidence, leadership, charisma. Here's the irony. The guy doesn't even realize what he's doing, but subconsciously, Julia's brain is saying, this man has depth. He reflects. He's not just surviving, he's learning. And we're wired to be attracted to that. Now here's your curveball. This doesn't apply equally across the board. Studies found that men don't rate women's storytelling ability as important for attraction. But that's the magic of human connection. We're not all drawn to the same spark, which makes finding the right one even more meaningful. Now, the final trait on this list is one you'd never expect. It has nothing to do with what you say, and everything to do with what your body says, without words. It's subtle, it's unconscious, but when someone does it, you feel it immediately. Let me ask you this. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt instantly at ease? You didn't know them, but something about their energy, how they stood, how they responded, how they looked at you, felt safe. That's mirroring. It's what extroverts often do without realizing. They mirror your posture, your tone, your gestures, your pace. It's not manipulation, it's empathy expressed through the body. Studies show that mirroring builds rapport, trust, and deepens connection faster than anything else. It makes us feel seen and that someone is genuinely with us. Think about your closest friendships or someone you've fallen for. Chances are, they made you feel like you belonged from the start. And that didn't happen through words, it happened through attunement. That's what makes extroverts so attractive. Not because they're loud, but because they're tuned in. So here's what you've learned. Humor is our entry point to connection. It shows confidence, lightness, and invites safety. Storytelling reveals depth, how someone sees their past shapes how they'll handle your future. Mirroring is the silent thread of trust. It tells your nervous system, this person gets me. But here's the twist. We're not just attracted to these traits, we become attractive when we embody them. You don't need to look a certain way. You don't need to be rich or wildly successful. You just need to know how to show others. I see you, I hear you, and I'm right here with you. So next time someone laughs at your joke, listens to your story, or mirrors your energy, pause. Because in that moment, you're not just making a connection. You're creating attraction. And maybe, just maybe, it's the beginning of something real.